Hello everybody, my name is Daniel, and today we're going to be talking about natural selection. Let's get started. Now, before we start talking about it, let's define what natural selection is. Natural selection, the differential survival and reproduction of individuals due to difference in phenotype. Now, natural selection is a force that selects species within a kind that are either ill, prone to disease, or weak, and have a smaller chance of surviving, and it gets rid of them. It doesn't create anything, it just selects the weak species. Now, an example is for thousands of years, farmers were taking wild types of animals and through selective breeding, domesticating them, making them better for human use and consumption. Another example is that a farmer plants a plant and it produces 100 seeds. After those seeds sprout, 60 of them have defects, either bitter taste, too small, too big, or are prone to diseases, and he gets rid of them and only lets the perfect ones reproduce. Slowly but surely, you will have eventually a perfect crop. Now, the farmer didn't create anything new, he just selected what he already had to make it better. An example of this in nature is, let's say, a brown beetle lays 5 eggs. Now, I know that they lay more than that, but let's just, for the sake of this illustration, say 5 eggs. After they hatch, 3 of them are brown beetles, and 2 of them, because of a mutation, are green beetles. Now, they are all on a green leaf. A frog comes along and eats those 3 beetles, but he leaves the 2 beetles alone because they're camouflage. And eventually, those 2 beetles reproduce, and soon enough, you have a totally new species of green beetles. Now, species have a limitation. The beetle, it might become resistant to a specific type of pesticide, but do you ever think that they will be resistant to a sledgehammer? Farmers have been trying to get bigger pigs for centuries, but do you think they'll ever get a pig as big as Texas? I don't think so. Species have limitations on what can change. Now, why do evolutionists say that natural selection is a type of evolution? I mean, not type, but it sort of helps evolution progress? I don't know. Suppose you worked at a Toyota power plant, and you worked in quality control. You checked each car that came off the assembly line before they go off to market. Now, you'd kick the tires, slam the doors, and drive it around to check if it doesn't have any defects. Now, suppose you let only the perfect cars pass through, and you didn't let the ones with defects pass through. How long would it take that process to turn the car into an airplane? It doesn't. It never does. Because natural selection selects. It doesn't create anything new. It selects. In 1835, when Charles Darwin visited the Galapagos Islands, he noticed that they were different from the tortoises on the mainland. So he theorized that long ago, a tortoise, a Chaco tortoise, which are native to South America, Argentina to be specific, a Chaco tortoise stumbled upon a mat or some sea debris and floated to the Galapagos Islands and eventually got stuck there. So it started to reproduce, and over centuries, a whole new type of tortoise, the Galapagos tortoise, came into existence. Now, they do live longer, they're bigger, but they're still a tortoise. They're not a fox, they're not a dog, no matter how much time you give it, it's still going to be a tortoise. Now, thank you for watching. This has been natural selection, clearly explained.